How would you define a woman?
An adult human female.
How doesn't a transgender woman fit that definition?
Because they're not female. What you're saying is that a quote-unquote trans woman is a female.
By the definitions I'm familiar with, yes.
So how would you define female?
It's a complicated spectrum.
It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of the ones that would say that. You said you're an EMT.
Yes.
You're responding to a health emergency. Somebody with a penis is having a medical emergency. And they say to you, I think I'm having a miscarriage. Would you consider that a possibility for them?
No, but that's because some people don't have body parts.
You touched on something. You said something earlier that for you, when somebody calls you a man, it doesn't faze you because, like, you just know that you're a man. That was interesting to me because I feel the same way about my identity as a woman. My question leading up to this, you've asserted that no one would ever see me as a woman, that nobody would ever see or could see a transgender person as a woman, and yet I have dozens of friends from diverse backgrounds, women from the reservation, a woman from Japan, several immigrant women. I have my coworkers, I have my boss, my VP, my CEO, all respecting me as a woman, my family, my long-term friends who are actually here with me. All of these people assure me, like, I'm a woman. They'll tell me, girl, like, there is no way you are a man. They see me as a woman. So the question,
Okay.
how can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong?
Okay. It's interesting that that's the part of my talk you chose to ask a question about, because that's not in my talk at all. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. Now, you brought this up, so I have to tell you that you brought this up. You've put your identity on the table for conversation. And so I'm going to say you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%. And I think that most people would. Now, the fact that you have people in your life who are saying to you, oh, you're totally a woman, it's exactly what I'm talking about. No one in my life has ever once said to me, you're totally a man, Matt. You know, if a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, listen, Matt, I want you to know you're really a man, I would think that there was something wrong with him. I would say, why are you saying that at all? It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that this is a conversation to begin with tells me, it only proves the point that I'm trying to make, that your identity, even in your own mind, is up for, it's something that you need to be assured of.
I'm transgender.
It's possible that you could fool someone. You've put your identity on the table for conversation. You wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%. No one in my life has ever once said to me, you're totally a man, Matt. How do you know that you're a woman?
Okay.
How do you know that you're a woman?
Yet I never felt like I belonged and
But
included.
why does that make you a woman?
Because
as opposed to just a man who doesn't get along with some other man, or a man who's depressed, or a man who doesn't feel at home totally in his body. So in what way does that make you a woman? Pick any actual woman in this room. In what way do you know that you belong in the same category as them?
I know because they tell me.
If most women voted and said they don't see you as a woman anymore, would you then relent and say, I'm not a woman? You know that you're a woman. What is that?
So gender is a social thing? It only
I don't
makes
want to hear
sense
that. What is a woman? Word woman, define in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women.